Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. You're knowing what you are wanting? Ever-changing? Evolving? Clarifying? Specifying? You know the feeling of focusing energy? You know the feeling of taking the creative stuff and focusing it through your consciousness for the purpose of taking thought beyond that which it has been before, but even more importantly, for the purpose of satisfying your creative desire? Do you know that your thoughts mold energy? That through your determining of an idea, that as you peruse a subject and contemplate it and evaluate it and devour it in the way you would an interesting book, that as you are considering and determining and concluding and not liking and clarifying and yearning and hoping and deciding and determining, that you are focusing energy and that this is what the creative endeavor is? Do you realize the power of your focus? Do you know that you are living in a vibrational universe and that everything is vibrational, and that when you focus upon it, you include it, whatever it is, in your vibration, and it is through the literal synthesizing of thoughts and feelings that you mold energy or create? Do you realize that all of your power to create is here and now, no matter whether you are focused about the here and now, or whether you are contemplating the future or remembering the past, that all of that is happening here and now, and as you are doing it, you are achieving feeling responses to whatever it is you are focused upon. So if you are remembering something that is delightful, it's serving you in your now. If you are observing something in your now that is delightful, it is serving you in your now. If you are imagining something that is delightful, it is serving you in your now. But if you are remembering something from your past that makes you uneasy or aggravated or irritated or angry or fearful, it serves you not in your now. As you observe something that may be blatantly raging right in your experience, and as you observe it, it does not please you, it serves you not in your now. And as you contemplate negatively, as you anticipate things not wanted, it does not serve you in your now. So what's all this business about serving you? Why would we talk to you about choosing things that please or displease you? Because you're a focuser of energy. You have come forth into this physical environment as one who is an extension of source energy. And what you do with source energy is important to you. What we mean by that is, since you can never disconnect yourself from source energy, it's always flowing to you and through you. You can put yourself in a vibrational capacity where it serves you as it flows, or you can put yourself in a vibrational place where it does not serve you. That's up to you. You get to choose all of that, you see. We call this gathering the art of allowing because when you are allowing the energy to flow, you are allowing source energy to flow. When you are not allowing source energy to flow, you are not allowing source energy to flow. We may overuse the word allow here if that is possible. And the reason that we are deliberately overusing the word allow is because this is the emphasis that if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would apply deliberately on a daily, moment-to-moment basis. What am I doing right now in terms of my source energy? Am I allowing it or not? Am I letting it in or not? Am I pinching it off? Is it flowing fully, or am I pinching it off in some way? And you can tell by your emotional indicator whether that valve is open or closed, whether the allowing of the energy, as far as you are concerned, is in full swing, or whether you are pinching it off to some degree because of some thought that you are focused upon that is not compatible with the energy itself. So let's back up and go through this again. When you focus in your past, present, or future on a subject that is vibrationally compatible with your source energy, you feel wonderful. That's what positive emotion is. When you feel love or appreciation or exhilaration or passion, those feelings mean right now, wherever you're focused and whatever it is you are focused upon, the vibration within you is in alignment. There is not resistance, but instead there is open allowing. You are being all that you can be. You are allowing the fullness of who you are to flow right here and now. Doesn't matter the subject, doesn't matter anybody else's opinion about it. It only matters the alignment of energy that is within you. Nobody else can align energy within you. Because the alignment or the misalignment, the allowing or the not allowing, the allowing of what? Source energy and who you really are. The allowing or the not allowing of it is only about the harmony of the beliefs and desires within you. It is only about the harmony of the thoughts within you. So, when something in your environment causes you to conclude a desire, that is the most natural thing in the world. In fact, it is so natural and so wonderful, it is exactly what you said you most wanted when you made the decision to focus your consciousness into this magnificent body. You said, what an amazing place, this time-space reality on planet Earth, where there is so much variety that will help me to hone or conclude or determine my desires. So when a desire is born within you, and it is, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not, you cannot cease concluding desires. The whole universe has been established to help you, out here on the leading edge of thought, determine these desires. So give up on trying to release desires. Desires happen. It is the natural process of where we have all come to. In other words, desire is the natural evolution of where you stand. So as a desire is determined within you, there is only one thing for you to be aware of, and that is the rest of my energy in alignment with this desire? Or have I concluded a desire here that is not quite in harmony with the beliefs I've been holding? For example, you may have a very clear intention to be productive and effective in your life. And part of that means that you have to be places at certain times. And you have a vehicle that is not all that reliable. It's let you down from time to time, caused you some feelings of embarrassment. And out of this life-giving, sometimes wanted, sometimes not wanted experience, you've come to a clear desire that you want a reliable automobile. As you've been moving through your time-space reality, you see television commercials that sharpen your desire. Your friend just got a new car that sharpened your desire. And through your exposure to fabrics and colors and the sound of engines and the appearance of bright, shiny things, you have little by little, really over all the days of your life, come to a rather clear determination of what you would like relative to this vehicle. And what you have come to, although it embarrasses you to tell anyone, is a really beautiful, perfectly running, very expensive vehicle. You want it. But you were taught when you were little that wanting things you can't afford is ill-advised. Let us rephrase that. You were taught when you were little that wanting things your parents could not afford was ill-advised. You were encouraged to hold back on your desires because when you want something and your parent sees him or herself as the avenue through which all of your desires flow, and you are wanting beyond their ability to believe, they feel uncomfortable and they pass it on to you. They're not really sure whether they're right or not, so they look for outside support. Church was a good place to go. Because the church said things like that are greedy in nature, and greed is not a good thing. Now, there was a lot of good information that came to you, or that could have come to you under those circumstances. But most of you walked away with an imbalanced understanding of all of that. Because instead of coming away with it saying, well, my desire is good, and the universe will yield to me whatever my desire is in perfect timing, and I have the ability to line my desire and my beliefs, and it will unfold in a way that is wonderful for all. If you could have come out of it feeling like that, then today you would be in a place where you would conclude a desire, you would line up your energy, the universe would yield it, you would have fun in the process. But when your parents believed that they were the only vortex through which good could flow to you, and you believed that your parents were the only vortex through which good could come to you, then all kinds of compensation took place that gave you a skewed picture of the way law of attraction responds to you. And the reason that so many of you sit here before us today, not understanding law of attraction even though it is around you all the time, and it is utterly consistent, which makes it easy to understand it once you understand how it works and you begin to watch the evidence around you. What happened is you picked up so many what we see as utterly illogical beliefs, and you carry them around with you, and then you try to make those illogical beliefs fit into the framework of wherever you stand moment by moment. And what we're wanting to assist you in doing is releasing those illogical beliefs by looking to the logic of law of attraction and letting it prove out in your own life experience. When you look out into the experiences of others and you try to make sense of what they're living from your framework, you are extraordinarily handicapped because you do not have access to their vibrational meter. You can't feel whether they are in alignment or not. So as you look at the experiences of others and you try to figure out how it's working for them by the handful of flimsy beliefs that have been given to you by your parents or by the churches or by the government or by anyone who seeks to control you in order to help their experience be better, what happens to you is that you come out of all of that confused about how it works. And we are here to tell you simply and purely how it works. Law of attraction is the order of this day. It always has been and it always will be. What law of attraction says is this is a vibrationally based universe. Everything vibrates, and law of attraction sorts it all out. In the same way that when you turn on your radio, you're going to receive the signal that your radio is tuned to. Law of attraction sorts out those same vibrational frequencies and gives everybody exactly what they're tuned to. The thing that is a little confusing to so many of you is that you're tuned into lots of different things. And most of you are not aware to what you're tuned into until it manifests, and then you want to give somebody else the credit for it coming to you when it is only about your tuning. It's only about where you've got your dial set. The easiest way to understand where you've got your dial set is by paying attention to the way you feel. Because the way you feel lets you know everything about your vibrational frequency. We are going to give it to you in the most precise way that you will ever need to know. Good means good, bad means bad. If it feels good to you, you're in alignment with something you desire. If it feels bad to you, you are not. Don't let anybody else's determination of what is good or bad mess up